Hey, we are back and we are black. God damn, man. Every day's a fucking finesse. I tell you that. Man, you already know who the fuck I am. Man. This is your boy Warren G, and the place that we've been clowning sucker free since 2003. You already know what the fuck it is. Trying to stay finesse free. You already know what it is. There's so much shit going on. It's hot to the motherfucker, man. I can't stop talking about how fucking hot it is. And if one more motherfucker talk about, I know a place that's much hotter than this, I'm gonna be like, well, where the fuck is it? For real. Shout out to everybody that's out at the corporate plantation right now. Working, moving and grooving, doing what the fuck they need to do. Man, this shit always talking about, please check the resolution. This, which is not optimal. Man, stop it. Y'all said the last time that shit wasn't optimal. Motherfuckers, always something. Fuck out of here. But anyway, shout out to everybody that's handling business. Man, so much shit going on. And shout out to motherfuckers that's not believing in the hype and telling everybody, you should go vote. You should really go vote. Man, stop it with the bullshit, man. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to motherfuckers that's really like, look, man, voting is for suckers, and that's not what we doing. So shout out to y'all. I know there's plenty of y'all out there. If y'all asses on some sucker shit talking about go vote, I don't know what the fuck to do with you. I don't know what the fuck to say. I don't know what to do. A lot of that clown shit going on. You got a whole bunch of motherfuckers just telling you to do shit that you shouldn't be advised to do. And because they black bourgeoisie, you think you're supposed to listen to them, but that's not nearly what the real problem is. The problem is voting, period. Fuck a motherfucking vote. So shout out to motherfuckers that's like, fuck a vote, make it happen. Well, we gotta get Trump out. Well, can't be no worse than what the fuck we already got going on. Stop. Shout out to my motherfucking niggas that sit around the house all day with their thumb up their ass and smelling it and shit, talk about shit. I ain't been doing shit all day. But these are main motherfuckers talking about they broke and they need some bread. Nigga, you got the same 24 hours in the day that I got. And let me tell you, the 24 hours ain't nothing nice. So, you ain't got time to be bullshitting. You ain't got time to be playing no fucking games. You know what it is. I feel like people need to handle their business and stop worrying about yours. You got to get yours, and I got to get mine. Do you, nigga, because I'm going to do me. So shout out to motherfuckers that's handling their business at the corporate plantation. Shout out to the motherfuckers that know that the corporate plantation ain't nothing but a tool. You're supposed to use that tool to pay your rent and get your bread, not be using it to oh, I'm going to advance. On some Louis Anderson shit from Coming to America. Nigga, stop. Fuck out of here with the bullshit, man. If you one of them motherfuckers, just get the fuck away from me, man. You know, cause man, you look up, man, you can move up. Move up to do what? Be a bigger slave? Stop it. So stop it with the bullshit, man. I just thought I'd hit y'all niggas up with some bullshit. Talk some real shit. But anyway, man, there's a lot of shit that we gotta discuss. A lot of shit that I'm about to get into. But the main thing I'm about to get on is these fucking democrats. And these motherfuckers pretending like they really give a fuck about what the fuck we got going on, when in actuality, this is all a sham. So we about to get into that shit right now. Let me turn this shit down, for real. Hey, man. So your boy Bill Clinton is about to make a speech at the Democratic Convention. But nigga, we got pictures of you getting a massage from one of Jeffrey Epstein's bitches. So we know you fucked her. But you act like you didn't know him. You act like you wasn't nowhere around him. And that's fine. My thing is, if we can take all his energy and go after R. Kelly and try to ruin his career and damage him and stop him from getting bread, why is nobody talking about Bill Clinton? And why is he not being held accountable? That's what I don't understand. So why is he not being held accountable, but every black man in America is being held accountable? That's what I don't understand. I don't understand that. And you would think that Joe Biden don't even want to be next to a motherfucker like that, but he don't give a fuck. He don't care. You know, when you look at this shit tell you right now what a joke this shit is. This is a joke. They don't care. They gonna do what they want. This is all for show. You think that they give a fuck about y'all niggas? They don't give a fuck about, look, I'm going to say this and I'm going to keep saying it. They just want your vote to look good. They don't give a fuck about no black agenda. That's why Joe Biden was talking to Cardi B. He talking to Cardi B because he don't give a fuck about no niggas. He don't care. Why would he care? So he gonna talk to the dumbest bitch on the planet that can't read. No diss, but sorry. The bitch can't read. She's not an FBA. They're strategically picking out non-foundational black Americans that know what we're owed and what we're gonna speak up on. They gonna go get Cardi B that's just happy that she made it. But a lot of that I blame on us because we push this. And when I mean we push this hood rat mentality. You know what I'm saying? We push that out there and prop these people up and interview them and ask them what they really think about shit. And then when they really get to talk, we like, damn, this is a dumb motherfucker. Then motherfuckers be like, oh, then when the motherfucker say something dumb, everybody back up and act like they don't know who the fuck this motherfucker is. But you knew they was dumb the whole time. You knew bitch was dumb when she was on Love and Hip Hop. Y'all know that, but we still praise it. Just like Meg Thee Stallion. All of them. Hey, man, you pushing that shit. So you got to deal with everything that comes along with it. You know what I mean? And that's exactly why, for the most part, the Democrats, they do not take black folks serious because most black folks are deaf, dumb, and blind, and they going to vote for Joe Biden because he hired Kamala Cobb Harris, who identifies as an Indian. She don't really identify as a black. She identifies when it's black when it's convenient for her. Other than that, she don't give a fuck about no niggas either. But of course you're going to identify with black right now because it's good for the goose and that's good for the gander. You know what I'm saying? So of course you're going to identify with that. But when it suits you, you're going to go back to them Indian motherfuckers and be talking shit about niggas like most non-foundational black Americans do. Non-foundational, not foundational, non-foundational. So if you're not FBA, that's why when you watch Insecure and then you watch the girl Yvonne Orji, when you watch that chick, oh, well, I'm Nigerian and us Nigerians. Well, then go back to Nigeria, motherfucker. You're here. See, that's the thing I don't get. You're here and then you try to separate yourself. Oh, we're not like them. We Nigerian. That shit. Motherfuckers want to claim black when it's convenient for them. My thing is, cool. Then take your bitch asses back to where the fuck you came from. Because right now, we need foundational black Americans to get what is owed to us and not just sitting back on the passenger side or on the sidelines and watching all these non-foundational black Americans get all and reap all the benefits that we never got. So you're freeloaders. As Dr. Claude Anderson says, you are freeloaders. You are here for unearned benefits. And I tell any immigrant that I don't care if you're black, I don't care who the fuck you are. And I dare, then let's debate. Let's talk. I'm tired of hearing motherfucking stories about how they came to this country with nothing and they built this. I don't want to hear none of that shit. You're here for unearned benefits. All these corporations, all these people that have this wealth, that's plantation wealth. I don't care what you say. I don't care how you slice it and dice it and fast forward. That's why when you watch the DNC, you know nobody's talking about reparations. Nobody's talking about what is done. Nobody has even mentioned the black community. Period. That's why Joe Biden went on the Breakfast Club and was like, oh, well, I won't be going. His handlers was like, you're not going back on there anymore because Charlemagne's going to press you. So we can't give the GOP any more static, so we're just not going to go over there. And you notice he never went back to the Breakfast Club. Let's bet, I'm putting it out there, he'll send Kamala Harris. She'll go on the Breakfast Club. Watch. And that's why he got that mammy bitch. So she could do all the fucking talking. And then you got all these people talking about vote down the ballot and all that. Man, I'm not voting for shit until it's a black agenda attached to it. You better read Powernomics. That's dumb nigga talk. Oh, well, man, we just got to vote down the ballot. Look, man, no diss to the ADOS community and all that other shit, but that don't mean shit to me. See, that's the problem. We'll just vote just to vote. Why just vote just to vote? Nah. Well, then, nigga, I suggest motherfuckers don't vote. Or go vote for Trump. Fuck these motherfuckers. Because at least, you'd rather deal with a well-known racist that's going to tell you racist than a motherfucker that's a wolf in sheep's clothing that will act like he's not a racist and behind the scenes, he practicing the benign neglect policy the whole time, talking about fuck you niggas and fuck them niggas the whole time. And I'm pretty sure those were conversations that he had when fucking Obama was in office. This is the same man that didn't do shit and then speak up on shit when Mike Brown got killed. All those black people got killed from 2014 to 2016. That was under their watch. You didn't hear Obama say shit or speak on shit because he didn't care. Why would he care? Because he know most people, they don't give a fuck. They don't care. Why would he? You're like, oh man, why you say that, Warren? Because it's the truth. Oh man, what you mean it's the truth? Look, man, it's the truth. I don't care what nobody says. It's the fucking truth. These motherfuckers don't give a fuck about that shit. They don't care. They just got you thinking that they care. You can believe the bullshit if you want to, and believe all the optics and all the bullshit that go along with it, but these motherfuckers don't give a fuck, man. They don't care. That's why Bill Clinton could be taking pictures with Jeffrey Epstein's bitch, not Ghislaine Maxwell, but one of his little young bitches that he was funneling through there. And what happens? Nothing. They still letting this motherfucker speak. They still letting him speak. Why they letting him speak? They letting him speak because they know motherfuckers are dumb. They know motherfuckers are deaf, blind, and they don't give a fuck. So that's exactly why they continue to allow motherfuckers to get away with this shit. But R. Kelly, we doing a whole motherfucking docu-series on R. Kelly and interviewing the kids. Man, stop it. And most of those parents were sending their kids up there knowing R. Kelly was like that because they were trying to get paid too. So I don't want to hear that shit. But why don't y'all keep that same energy with Jeffrey Epstein? Why ain't none of these black people full court pressing Bill Clinton? You was in a picture with the, and we already know what he was doing. That's what Ghislaine Maxwell's on trial for. So if that's what she's on trial for, and you seen getting a massage from his bitch that he was fucking with, then why ain't nobody saying nothing to this motherfucker? Why ain't nobody saying nothing? Why ain't nobody saying, hey, hold on, we gonna have this Democratic convention, but he can't speak. You in a picture with this motherfucker. We can't get these people nothing. But of course, dumbass niggas, they always act like this shit don't matter. Niggas love Bill Clinton, but he don't love your ass. Never did, never will. Motherfuckers think because he played the saxophone on Arsenio Hall, he fuck with niggas. Please, man. Don't fuck with no niggas. But I guess motherfuckers, look, let me tell you something. The people that are part of the political parties that we see, which will be the Democrats and Republicans, they don't give a fuck. This is theater. This is fucking theater. They don't give a fuck about the bullshit. Here, I'm interested to see what Jill Biden had to say. I'm just very interested. Let's see. Jill Biden. Let's see. They have to have. Let's see. Let's see if we can find it. No. Yeah, they don't want to play the audio. And that's funny too. That's why you know it's bad when they don't want to play the audio, when they don't want to give you the video. I want to hear what she had to say. Let's see. Let's see. We're gonna have to find this on YouTube. Yeah. Let's September 12th. No. We need March 24th. No, we need. Let's see.
Virginia.
Here, I'm about to see. Oh, they had Alexandria Ocasio, whatever the fuck that bitch's name is. Oh, they brung. Oh, let's hear. I want to hear Bill Clinton. I want to hear his clown ass. Here, let me turn this down. We need to hear this. Well, let's hear your former president. Let's see.
Soon disappear.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, here we go.
Small businesses. How did Donald Trump respond? At first, he said the virus
What did I tell y'all? It's always Donald Trump, the boogeyman. But nigga, you the boogeyman too. Now I'm starting to have a different type of look at everything. Donald Trump said, I grabbed bitch by the pussy. Then when they put the recording out, he was like, that's locker room talk. That's how men talk. That nigga didn't lie. He just said, well, that's locker room talk. I grabbed bitches by the pussy. This is a nigga that you know was fucking some of Jeffrey Epstein's bitches. But he ain't, you talk about everything but what we need to know.
was under control and would soon disappear. When it didn't, he was on TV every day bragging on what a great job he was doing, while our scientists waited to give us vital information. When he didn't like the expert advice he was given, he ignored it. Only when COVID
You notice the deflection. People, look at the deflection. They not talking about nothing but blaming everything on Donald Trump. If y'all don't think that this is theater, y'all dumb as a motherfucker. Blame everything on Trump. Blame everything, just like Obama. Blame everything on Bush. Everything was on Bush. Then Obama came in and he didn't do shit for black folk. Then Trump got, well, blame everything on Trump. And what they gonna do is they gonna bypass niggas and they gonna cater to the Latino community. And the reason why they gonna cater to them, because I think they know, for fuck it. Let's just keep practicing the benign neglect. We'll just keep talking about Trump. He's the boogeyman. If we keep talking about him, we'll be all right. But we can't focus on nothing but Trump.
exploded in even more states, did he encourage people to wear masks. By then, many more were dying. When asked about the surge in deaths, he shrugged and said, "It is what it is." But did it have to be this way? No. COVID hit us much harder than it had to. We have just 4% of the world's population, but 25% of the world's COVID cases. Our unemployment rate is more than twice as high as South Korea's, 2.5 times the United Kingdom's, more than 3 times Japan's. Donald Trump says we're leading the world. Well, we are the only major industrial economy to have its unemployment rate tripled. At a time like this, the Oval Office should be a command center. Instead, it's a storm center. There's only chaos. Just one thing never changes.
And you ain't never changed either, nigga. Stop it. Stop with the bullshit.
Determination to deny responsibility and shift the blame. The buck never stops there. Now you have to decide whether to renew his contract or hire someone else.
Well, we'll just renew his contract because we already know what type of racism we getting from him. Sorry.
If you want a president who defines the job as spending hours a day watching TV and zapping people on social media, he's your man. Denying, distracting, and demeaning works great if you're trying to entertain or inflame. But in a real crisis, it collapses like a house of cards. COVID just doesn't respond to any of that. To beat it, you've got to actually go to work and deal with the facts. Our party is united in offering you a very different choice. A go-to-work president. A down-to-earth, get the job done.
You're not offering us a different choice. You're not. You guys are wolves in sheep clothing. You guys are demons. Y'all don't give a fuck about black folk. Politics is about quid pro quo, something for something. And guess what? This is about powernomics and black labor, which equals white wealth. Y'all have not done nothing for black folks the last 70, 80, 100, whatever years this shit been going on, this election been going on. Y'all owe us 450 years of free labor. Y'all act like that shit didn't exist. Y'all start talking about the goddamn Native Americans who helped enslave black folks and catch them, along with the police department that y'all ensued to catch slaves. That's how the first police department was invented in the first place. But we can talk about lynching, all this other shit. But then when we like, okay, well, what's up with the repayment? Oh, well, we got to pay the Native Americans first because we the ones who stole their land. Well, okay. Well, you stole their land, but you made us build it. So y'all owe us something for building it. Oh, well, we got to pay them first. Okay, well, they already got treaties. They already got all their money. Okay, well, still, we got to acknowledge them. But why are we still acknowledging them when they're benefiting from their 1866 treaties to this day, which they're supposed to share with black folk, but y'all never mentioned that or brung that up. Not one time. And for some sort of reason, when you go to this through this educational system, when it's about U.S. history in high school, they teach you about the presidents, they teach you about the legislative branch, the judicial branch, the executive branch. They teach you about all this other shit. But when it's about U.S. history, they never talk about slavery. I took U.S. history. They never talked about slavery. They made it seem like that shit didn't even happen. And they always make it seem like George Washington and all these other people were just great people that never told a lie. But they never talked about how George Washington was pulling niggas' teeth out their mouth and putting it in his mouth for dentures because he didn't have no teeth. They wasn't talking about that shit and how he was fucking slaves and shit and having mulatto children. But it's so funny how in the U.S. history books we got to know about the government and the governmental system according to them. But they never teach us the loopholes in the government system about how all the laws are written and skewed in Delaware, because you can make LLCs in Delaware because, let's see, the laws are skewed and meant that way so you can have the fuckery going on. That's why the Pentagon is out of Delaware. The White House is out of Delaware. Everything is out of Delaware. Y'all don't never talk about that. But you can sit on here and talk about how Donald Trump is this bad guy. I never said he was a good guy, but at least he's a well-known racist that we all have come to know and understand. Okay, he's just racist. At least we know that. It's just shock value because most motherfuckers expect a politician to lie to you. No, he ain't like, just tell you the truth. I want to build a wall. I don't want these motherfuckers over here. Fuck y'all niggas too. Matter of fact, y'all just like the niggas. That's why everybody like, oh, we got to be together now. That's what the shit is about.
Guy, a man with a mission to take responsibility, not shift the blame. Concentrate, not distract. Unite, not divide. Our choice is Joe Biden. Joe helped bring us back from a recession before, and he can do it again. In 2009, Barack Obama and Joe Biden started with the work.
He didn't help us bring back shit from the recession. The Federal Reserve did that, homie. That's why every 10 years the economy tanks. It goes up and down. Stop with the bullshit, man. He helped. Ain't no politician finna help with this goddamn economy. Stop with the digital currency and no money. This is the shit that people get distracted on. But still, I wonder why the fuck is Bill Clinton making a speech or talking about anything when you was caught at the Whole House with the biggest pimp in captivity with one of his bitches? Why ain't nobody talking about that, but we still talking about R. Kelly or Bill Cosby? Bill Cosby locked up for some shit that allegedly happened 50 years ago, and the bitch committed perjury on the stand. She perjured herself. She never went to jail. Janice Dickinson never went to jail, nothing. She lied about everything. They never prosecuted her. They never said nothing. They were just going after Bill. It was a witch hunt because they didn't like Bill Cosby. That's all that shit was about. Oh, no, they say, it has been said that they were going after Bill Cosby because he resides on land that's oil, that oil companies want. So now they're trying to get him up out of there and make him stay in prison so he can drain all his resources fighting court cases so they can take over that house that they think that he can't afford so they can take over the land and start drilling oil. Now, that was what has been said. But, most black people, especially black people, the government's not capable of doing that.
Economy since the Great Depression. And when they were done, they delivered more than 6 straight years of job growth. What did Joe do? He accepted responsibility for implementing the Recovery Act. His work created a lot of new jobs and started many new companies in communities across our country. Now Joe's committed to building America back again. How?
Building America back again. See? Make America great again, building America back again. Make America great again. I think that was Reagan who started that shit, if I'm not mistaken. But they wanted to put it on Trump like, like he coined the term. All Trump did was remix it. That's an old term. That's like going and remixing a record and then people today be like, oh man, that's a cold ass record. But motherfuckers that know, they'll be like, no, that record is old. That's not his record. He just remixed it. And that's all he did. That's all Trump did. See, let me tell you, the Constitution is racist. The policies and the people that affect these policies and put these policies into effect, those are the racists. Racism is about the competition of resources, man. Remember that. That's what it's about. It's not about watching and listening to Bill Clinton act like he's senile and talking about some bullshit that we don't give a fuck about.
He's given us smart, detailed plans to invest in areas vital to our future. Innovative financing for modern factories and small businesses, good jobs in green energy and conservation to combat climate.
All bullshit, but no agenda for black folk. Man, fuck out of here, Bill Clinton. You on some bullshit, nigga. I don't want to hear that shit. Fuck out of here. I'm put motherfucking mammy music on for your clown ass too, man. Nigga, you sound dumb as fuck. You're just repeating the same shit that everybody else is gonna repeat. You're not doing nothing no different than everybody else. They just got everybody thinking now, oh, well, I'm doing this. Man, please. You're not doing nothing that ain't nobody else did. That's the problem. See, if more black people be like, hey, brother, I wouldn't vote if I were you. Why are you voting for the lesser of the two evils? They're giving us the choice. No, they should let us pick our own choice. We should vet out the black person that we want to represent us, and that's it. It shouldn't be a Kamala Harris or some shit that they picked. Because, see, they picked that broad. That's what, trust me, that was all the setup. Well, we gonna pick her. She didn't. See, they didn't want to pick Stacey Abrams or Keisha LaMamie Bottoms because those figures were fucked up during these police killings. So they didn't want to pick none of them because they knew black people was gonna be all over that shit. So they picked Kamala, hoping that ain't nobody gonna remember about her record of locking niggas up in San Francisco and being a side bitch for Willie Brown. Man, stop. And ain't nobody said nothing about that shit either. And she just walking around here and smiling and Joe, just thank you. I was like, oh my God. And the Mammy Award goes too. God damn, bitch. But that's what we'll do. That's why these immigrant coons and immigrant mammies and all these motherfuckers will come over here and sell us out in a minute. They'll hang with you and laugh with you and talk with you. And then when it's time to divide that pie, oh, that's lazy. They lazy. Lazy niggas. Lazy niggas. Katin pika akata. Lazy. Trust me, I've been around it before. Now you got some Africans that ain't on that coon shit and really be like, nah, man, I don't play the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I don't play that at all. And then you got some niggas that's like, nah, man, you know, this is the way it is. This is what's going on. You know, it just depends. It just, this way I was raised. And then you got some Africans that's like, well, my parents raised me not to really fuck with African-American people over here because how they been taught. I can deal with that because at least they keeping it a buck. But I don't like the motherfuckers that hang out with you and want to do everything like you and hang out with you. And then when it's time to divide the pie, they, those are lazy niggas. I'm Nigerian or I'm whatever they from, or, you know, I'm Ghanaian, or then you want to start waving your fucking flag. Well, take that flag and get the fuck up out of here and take your bitch ass back to where the fuck you came from. See, that's the thing that I don't like. You come over here for unearned benefits, then when a nigga check you on the shit, you get mad and get offended by it. But I see how a lot of these African coons, brothers and sisters, they treat niggas. Some of them are nice and some of them are very arrogant. They're very much coonish and Sambo-ish. And what they do is they get around other racial groups and then they'll look and talk shit about us. Like I remember one time, this sister, she was Belizean. And she was like, yeah, I have to tell these bitches, bitch, I'm not black, I'm Belizean. You're black. Because, you know, I speak Spanish and I was just like, you making it seem like it's some type of luxury to be Belizean. That's not a luxury. That's not a fucking luxury at all. You speak a language and you didn't even come from there. You're not Spaniard. You're not from fucking Spain. If I showed you a real Spaniard and they showed you how they really felt about all you dumbass motherfuckers speaking their language, they'd be laughing at y'all. But motherfuckers be thinking that life is sweet. And they think as long as they can distance themselves from black people, that A-okay, but they don't get it. In the dominant society eyes, nigga, you a nigga too. And you'll get your wake up nigga call too. Just like that one sheriff I was watching on Twitter yesterday. That nigga got his wake up, I forgot the sheriff's name. That nigga got his wake up nigga, wake up call where they was investigating him, and right before it was time for re-election, they motherfuckers put all his business out there, how he had a side bitch and all this other shit. That nigga was mad as fuck. Then they put charges on the nigga. That nigga was mad as fuck. I was dying laughing. And that's another thing too. We gotta start treating each other well. I was listening to Jaguar Ride. I might do that on Thursday, talk more about it on Thursday. I gotta listen to more of her live because they call it a rant, but I think the sister was hurting. And a lot of the shit she was saying, it seemed kind of factual. Because for you to make that up, it was way too detailed. And it just let me know that, well, neo-soul motherfuckers, they not pure and they're not free from sin or lust. You know what I mean? So it's like, we got to treat each other better. And that's why every other person that's outside of our racial group will respect it. But that's why they come in, they appropriate our culture, they make fun of it, because we allow everybody to do that shit, and then we treat each other fucked up because we want to get on. Some of that shit gotta change, man. Matter of fact, a lot of this shit gotta change. Starting with how we view this political nightmare. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a brother today. Like, yeah, man. Yeah, you know they're a Republican. I was like, man, whether they're a Republican or Democrat means nothing to me. And he's like, why you say that? I said, because both parties are racist, both parties practice benign neglect, and both parties act like black folk didn't build the country. So as far as I'm concerned, it's nothing new to me. It's the same shit that I've seen over and over again. That's just how it works. You know, I can't change it, and I don't expect nobody else to change it. But what I do expect is for my people to change their outlook on how they view each other. And he was like, nah, man, you're right about that. I was like, you got to change the narrative. These people, see, what is happening is, in my personal opinion, black folk are waiting for white people to speak up about reparations. That's what we're waiting for. And we're hoping that white people speak up about it. Because we feel like if they speak up about it, then it'll happen. Even if white people speak up on it, that doesn't mean it's gonna happen. No, we gotta do the groundwork. We gotta start pushing it. You got motherfuckers party, you got dominant society people around you, and they wanna have those real debates. You tell them, well, the first thing you tell them is, well, why shouldn't black people have reparations? Oh, well, that happened a long time ago. Okay, so and the first thing you should tell them is, okay, so if I was supposed to pay you to build this house for me. You built the house. I've lived in it. My kids have lived in it. Their kids have lived in it. And while my kids have lived in it, I've lived in it. Their kids have lived in it. Generations of kids have lived in it, right? They've maintained it. You're on the outside of the house living in the dog house, right? While my kids are enjoying it, right? Right. You know you built that house. And you know we were supposed to pay you because we said we were going to pay you. You're like, what? We never said, yeah, 40 acres and a mule. You never paid us. So imagine you're living on the outhouse and your great-great-great-great-grandkids know that we never paid you for the house. You know why they know? Because some of my great-great-great-grandkids wrote books about how we made you build this house and we never paid you. We promised we were going to pay you, but we never paid you. And they wrote books about it. And they documented the history on how we never paid you. And then my great-great-grandkids are like, oh, well, that ain't my fault that y'all didn't get paid. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Please, you'd be like, the motherfucker, that got everything to do with you. You're living in the house that my great-great-great-great-grandfathers and great-great-grandmothers built for you to live in while I'm sitting outside. That's the same thing. That's how reparations work. And then imagine if since we're living in the house that you built, and imagine if we gave some other niggas that never even built the house money and shit first and made treaties with them first, like pacts with them first. Like, look, and basically, we're going to give you some money. We're going to give you some money. You just shut the fuck up and act like it didn't happen. And don't fuck with them niggas. Don't unite with them. Don't band with them. And we'll keep making sure you straight. Fuck them. Let's keep our foot on their neck. Because that's exactly what the fuck is going on. Because a lot of black folk don't know history. They don't want to know history. There's a lot of black folk and there's a lot of people, period. Matter of fact, it's way more white people that's on some cipher shit from the Matrix. Soon as you start talking about race, the motherfuckers run and hide and try to jack back into the Matrix so quick because they don't want to talk about it because they know they're guilty of it because they practice anti-black racism every fucking day. They know what they do. They know how they treat black folk. They know what the fuck is going on. Look, black folks, take a look around you because that's as good as it's gonna get. So you think you got some type of plan? I don't give a fuck about your European passport. Not right now. That's why the majority of the black folks, brothers and sisters that got European passports, the college educations, educate other people on the pros and the cons, the perks and the negatives on having your education. Educate them on that. Don't just allow them to be under this disillusion of the illusion of inclusion. Well, if you get your degree, then you can do this, this, and this. No, really, you're just gonna get into more debt. First, you're gonna accumulate $50, $60, $70, $80,000 in debt, college debt. Then you're gonna go work a job so you can never pay the debt off. Then you're gonna go get a house that's probably you'll never pay off, and then they're gonna tell you that guy's living the American dream. That's how it works. That's how it works. And it's never gonna stop because most people, in my personal opinion, we're in competition with each other. And most people, they don't want to change the dynamic. They want it to be the same. They don't want the dynamic to change. Because if they want the dynamic to change, they would just give us the reparations that is owed to us. What's the big deal? I don't understand what the problem is. If you got all this money to print off for COVID-19 patients that allegedly are all dying from COVID-19 when we know that they're not, then you can keep printing off money. The money's not backed by anything anyway, so just keep printing the money. But I think, in my personal opinion, they'll print the money, they'll give us reparations, and then they'll change the currency. Oh, we just gave out $60 trillion. And you're like, cool. To 40 million black folks. So cool, that's gonna be about million and a half, too. Cool. Fuck these motherfuckers. And then after you get your $1 million, they're gonna be like, oh, we're not using that money anymore. We're changing the currency. We're going to such and such currency. So everybody that's got that money, you're more than welcome to exchange it for our currency. Because that's the only way you're going to be able to buy X, Y, and Z. They know what they're doing. That's why they don't ever talk about reparation. That's why you got all these people from the DNC. First of all, that's slapping every woman's Me Too face talking about Me Too. But Bill Clinton was just in a picture with Jeffrey Epstein's bitch. And not his wife, not somebody he's in. Oh, this is a little side bitch. Just one of his little, little horse and carriage bitches that he had pretend like they was getting massage, but he's actually fucking them. Y'all need to go watch that Jeffrey Epstein docu-series. That's what, I think at the time the girl's probably about 17, 18. But Bill Clinton didn't give a fuck. Why would he care? Because he knew even now, he know ain't nobody gonna say nothing. It's nobody, all of these people that's doing speeches in there, nobody's been like, I don't think that's a good look that Bill Clinton should be there. They're not gonna do it. They're gonna smile with him. And all these niggas that y'all see, they're gonna be trying to get jobs. Roland, Rottweiler Head Martin, Angela motherfucking phony ass Jasmine Guy looking bitch from goddamn Harlem Nights. That's a fake phony bitch right there. I just watching her, even when she be on the Breakfast Club, I'd be like, now, if you're a lawyer, you know how much fuckery goes on within the judicial system with black folk. And your only, I would say, solvent is to tell us to go vote? That's your only solvent? That's your only resolution to the problem? Come on, man. Go vote, and that's why we need to get this person out. No, bitch, you using dominant society talking points. That's the Democratic bullshit. That's why they be propping up all these, oh, she's a lawyer. Oh, yeah, well, she's a part of the crooked system. It ain't like she's a defense attorney and using her fucking skills for good. She's using it for evil. To keep ushering niggas into a bullshit-ass system that you know don't work. That's the shit that be fucking me up. And then we be sitting up here cheering these bum-ass niggas on that'll do anything to get a buck and get on. Man, fuck out of here with the bullshit, man. That's why when I was just watching on the Breakfast Club, I'm like, bitch, you full of shit. And I know you a funky ass bitch that got an attitude and think your shit don't stink. You think you better than that. You can just look at her and tell. Even when she was on Nick Cannon's class and she was just, oh, well, you should vote. I'm like, but that doesn't make sense. But she's one of those type of women, she would never want to sit down with a Dr. Claude Anderson or Tariq Nasheed. She'd never want to sit down with them. Because she already know what would happen. They'd make her look dumb, even being a lawyer. Motherfuckers be, see, what happens is, too, you hear the term lawyer, and then you go goo goo gaga. You go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs type shit. Oh, they're a lawyer. Oh, I used to be like that, too. Until I started educating myself. Now I started educating myself. Well, nigga, you with them. You working. Unless you're a fucking defense attorney, if you're a prosecutor, you're working for them. Unless you're going to prosecute all these race soldiers that's killing niggas. Sorry. So telling some motherfucker to go vote, you're not doing shit to help black folk. All you doing is telling them to keep the system going. Like Jane Elliott. How many times I gotta tell you? Well, what's her reparations? Oh, well, the Native American. Why you even bring her? You see how she do all this bumping up the gums and talking, and I'm pretty sure as Neely Fuller Jr. and Dr. Frances Cress Welsing said, she probably makes a lot of money. Them white people that come among black people and talk this racism shit and what white people need to do and my daddy and my mama and all this other bullshit. Man, that's all a bunch of bullshit. That's all it is. Look, then okay, then why don't you take that money, Tim Wise, and give it to black folk? And go work your regular job. Matter of fact, yeah, go do that. No, because you too busy hustling racism. That's what you doing. But when niggas get to talk about racism, white supremacy, anti-black racism, and trying to put you on the game, oh, well, that nigga trying to make money off his own people. But niggas will go worship Tim Wise, who ain't never bring up reparations, who will never bring it up, and who will always, always, always be on the side of anti-black racism. Because if you weren't on that side, then you would have been the main one speaking about reparations. And Jane Elliott. And you notice, after that, you ain't seen Jane Elliott no more. Because, look, let me tell you something. These people are for you as long as you can't be their equal. You better know it. As long as you can't be their equal, they cool with you. But if you they equal, oh Lord Jesus. You they equal, they not fucking with that shit. They got issues with that. And it's not gonna change. Wake up. Understand what the fuck the game is. Look, you see niggas running out. Look, like I said, look at the Chinamen. Do y'all see them running out and going and fucking trying to vote and arguing it down with another Chinaman? They don't give a fuck about that shit. Nigga, they about to put the bread up on some Powernomics type shit from Dr. Claude Anderson, put their bread behind the candidate that they want to get shit done for them, and they are about their way. They at home chilling for the most part. You're not finna see a whole bunch of Chinamen and Korean men and Vietnamese men out at the fucking polls trying to meet Obama or Michelle or any of these motherfuckers. And if Michelle got depression, what the fuck is she doing making a speech? You should be at the house. But see how they threw that in there? Oh, I'm telling you, it's all theater. All of it is theater. And if you choose to believe it, then that's on you. I can't do nothing else but tell you that's on you. Straight up. Hey man, I appreciate everybody listening and subscribing. I appreciate everybody watching. Hey, play this back, watch it. Look up what I said. Go research the DNC for yourself and go see if these motherfuckers have really been loyal to black folk. Go research it for yourself. Don't listen to Warren. And you're going to find out that the Republicans and Democrats, they the same. Matter of fact, you're going to realize the Democrats are worse. The Democrats is like a person around you that's just a finesser and acts like they got your best interest at heart, but the whole time they just finessing you. Until you wake up one day and be like, bro, I think you run a game on me. Then once you run a game, they'll still be like, nah, man, it ain't like that. That type of shit. The DNC ain't nothing but a bunch of finessers. Running game. Alexandra Costes, whatever the fuck that bitch's name is, that's out of fucking New York. Man, please, man. She's quick to try to liken Latino struggle to black struggle. Stop. That's offensive for you to liken anybody else's struggle to black folk. That's why I don't like Ellen DeGeneres. She always trying to put the LGBTQ with civil rights. No, it's not. They didn't build the country. But they'll do that shit. That's why I'm glad. And you notice they trying to, somebody done pull fucking Ellen DeGeneres' coattail too. And motherfuckers coming out here on the bag on that bitch. But I knew she was a little fucking leprechaun anyway. You know what I mean? Just her actions. And you could tell she's probably an arrogant asshole behind the scenes who treat people fucked up. And now it's out there. Now you're trying to white-splain and dyke-splain and act like you, oh no, man, stop. And then you got niggas on there running to her rescue. Why don't y'all let these motherfuckers drown? When Kevin Hart's a nice guy. When they was attacking him for them LGBTQ, I never seen Ellen DeGeneres come out and say, I'm Kevin Hart's friend. He's a really good guy. Those jokes were a long time ago. Nope, you need to apologize. I never seen one white person come to his defense. But we always want to hold everybody else's water, just like Dr. Claude Anderson talks about. That's real. We so quick to come to somebody else's defense, but you got to watch them and look at them. And you got to understand where they coming from first. And you got to see what type of character do they possess. You know what I'm saying? Just like now, I look at the NBA and I just be like, nah, why is it only one black owner? One black owner out of how many other white owners? But then you put Black Lives Matter on the court, which Walt Disney was a fucking big time anti-black racist. And so is his fucking daughter, all his family. They don't give a fuck about no niggas. But how convenient you gonna put Black Lives Matter on the court with all them other sponsorships because you want to sell shit. You just trying to sell. You don't give a fuck about the bullshit. Remember that. These people don't give a fuck about you. So when you thinking about going to vote, well, I'm gonna just vote down the ballot. Okay. When you vote down the ballot, remember, your shit don't count. Unless it's local. And even local, that shit is, the fix is in on that shit. You better have some bread to put behind your alderman, your Clark County commissioner, or whoever the fuck you vote for. Because if you don't have no bread, they don't give a fuck about you no way. Period. They just want your vote. And then they really don't give a fuck about your vote. I look at it just like jury duty. You go to jury duty, it's 5 niggas and the rest are Latinos and white people. And I'm like, now, how's it a brother on trial, only one black person made it to the jury box, everybody else is Latino and white, and the majority of Latinos are speaking Spanish? I said, this court system is the most shameful bullshit I've ever seen in my life. So a lawyer can't tell me shit unless they defending my people. Other than that, I'm like Fred Hampton, how he told his lawyers, are you for us or you for them? It was like, well, we for you. All right then, let's get to work. Fuck all the trying to white explain and, oh, well, look, stop. If you really for us and you really want to be an ally, go do the work and let us judge the work. Stop bumping your gums, Tim Wise and Jane Elliott. See, Jane Elliott bumped her gums way too much, and that young brother brought up the reparations, and she told how she really felt about niggas. So you did all this, oh, well, that's racist, and all this other stuff, and, you know, that's my job, and all this other stuff. Okay, you're right. Okay, what about racism? Oh, well, we got to help the Native Americans first. Joe Biden said we got to help the Native Americans first. Nobody said, well, why do we need to help them when they already got treaties? And that's why much props to that brother, because he put the shit out there. Didn't bitch know what to say. Watch. Eventually, Jay Elliott, they going to start saying that this bitch is senile. Watch. Just like they going to do Joe Biden. See, because in this book, Slavery by Another Name, the one where I say guilty nigga, that's where I got that from. In this book, slave masters, they would feel so bad on how they treated black people. And they would feel bad and it would fuck with them. So what they would start doing is leaving their property to black folk, to their mistresses, to their mulatto children, to some of their slaves. Let me tell you what the white folk did. White folk was like, we've deemed him or her insane. Therefore, you're not getting the property. Therefore, it's being retained back into the hands of white people, and you're not getting shit because you're a nigger, and no white person would ever leave their land to a nigger. So you're not getting anything, and we're deeming that insane because ain't no white man sane enough to leave his property to a nigger. Go read the book Slavery by Another Name. It will fucking blow your mind. I was reading this book like, what the fuck? Literally, they came up with a law right there on the spot. Oh, he was insane. You don't get shit. I don't get, but he left it to me. No, he didn't. He was in fucking sane because he was dying, so he was out of his mind. You're not getting shit, nigga. Sorry. And that's what they was doing. Read the book if you don't believe me. So while you sitting up here going to go vote for the DNC, remember Bill Clinton, not only was he fucking Monica Lewinsky, he was fucking Jeffrey Epstein's bitches too. And if you don't believe, hey man, that's your boy Warren G. I'm out. Peace.